I couldn't even believe this when I read it. In the Daily Beast, Trump begs war-torn country for help on Iran. The White House is looking for an assist from an unlikely source. This is by Laura Esposito. Donald Trump is apparently turning to war-ravaged Ukraine for help in his surprise attack on Iran. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said in a nightly address Wednesday that the United States, along with other allied countries, is seeking Kyiv's assistance in defending against Iranian drones. Reuters first reported. Partners are turning to us, to Ukraine, asking for help in defending against Iranian-designed Shahed drones with expertise and real operational experience, Zelensky said. There have also been requests from the American side, telling him to put that request right up his diapered buttocks. Trump's request could lead to a dire shortage of U.S. air defense missiles in Ukraine at a moment when Ukraine's war effort has stretched into its fourth year. Two European diplomats told Reuters there's mounting concern that Ukraine will become increasingly vulnerable as Trump drags on his bombardment of Iran. The appeal also comes as Trump has pressed Zelensky and Ukrainian officials to strike a swift peace deal with Russian President Vladimir Putin, with whom Trump has long maintained a famously hot and cold relationship. But in his mind, mostly hot. Trump has frequently sparred with Zelensky, whom he called P.T. Barnum in a Truth Social post on Tuesday. During his Oval Office meeting February 25th, Trump made fun of the Ukrainian leader's clothing, saying upon their greeting, "Oh, you're all dressed up. He's all dressed up today." I would spit in his fucking face if he said that to me. Spit in his fucking face. Zelensky's in a hard position. Of course, J.D. Vance also said, he didn't say he was grateful enough. He says thank you all the fucking time. Just last month, British intelligence officials reportedly shared intercepted calls and messages with their U.S. counterparts in which senior Kremlin figures mocked Trump's apparent willingness to take Putin at his word over the invasion of Ukraine. I have to repeat that. Just last month, British intelligence officials reportedly shared intercepted calls and messages with their U.S. counterparts in which senior Kremlin officials mocked Trump's apparent willingness to take Putin at his word over the invasion of Ukraine. We have continually shown them intelligence that shows the Russians are lying, a senior UK security official told The Spectator on February. The Russians are privately mocking Trump over his naivety about Putin's intentions. Putin doesn't want to end the war. Trump, however, has a long history of giving Putin what he wants. The president rolled out the red carpet. Literally. He didn't. He made our service members do it. For his Russian counterpart just months ago for a much hyped summit in Alaska that ultimately fizzled. A photograph of the 79-year-old president walking side by side with Russian counterpart now hangs prominently in the Palm Room, connecting the West Wing to the executive residence. On the campaign trail more than a year ago, the MAGA leader pledged he would secure a ceasefire in the Russian-Ukraine war within 24 hours of taking office. Instead, his focus has shifted to the Middle East, where even Trump has admitted he doesn't know how long the conflict that he launched will last. At the time of the publication, at least 6 U.S. troops have been killed in the fighting. Daily Beast has reached out to the Department of Defense and the White House for comment, asking Ukraine for help. So he thinks he's going to run out of missiles. He was just posting this. The United States munition stockpiles have, at the medium and upper medium grade, never been higher or better. As was stated to me, we have virtually unlimited supply of these weapons. Wars can be fought forever. Why would he even use the word forever next to the word war right now? Fucking idiot. And very successfully using just these supplies, which are better than other countries' finest arms. At the highest end, we have a very good supply, but we're not where we want to be. Much additional high-grade weaponry is stored for us in outlying countries. Sleepy Joe Biden spent all of his time and our country's money giving everything to P.T. Barnum, Zelensky, of Ukraine, hundreds and billions of dollars, and while he gave so much of the super high-end away, free, he did not bother to replace it. Fortunately, I rebuilt the military my first term and continue to do so. Wait, if he rebuilt it in his first term, and then Joe Biden gave it all away for free, nothing he says makes sense. So you can't even. It's just none of it fucking makes sense. He's calling Zelensky P.T. fucking Barnum right here. Now he wants his help. He's going to say, those are our weapons anyway. You better use them now when we need them. We need you to help us. Now, I know what I think Zelensky should tell him. It's incredibly interesting the way he projects. I know another leader who has been likened to P.T. Barnum, and it's not Zelensky. Do we have another politician that has been likened to P.T. Barnum over and over again for being nothing but a showman, nothing but a grifter, nothing but a scam artist? And now he's going to try to ask Zelensky. Zelensky should tell him to go blow it right up his fucking ass. That's what I would do if I were Zelensky. Running out of missiles. Why don't you ask Israel for help? I'm sure they'll help you since they got you into this. Stupid, man.